Good morning, SHC. Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to another episode. I'm Mia Franceschi.
And I'm Roshan Gaffney.
And this is SHC Live. Now for your announcements. Welcome, Irish for a Day guests. Please make yourselves at home here on campus today. And if you'd like to see any particular program or feature of our campus, just let your student ambassador know. We're very happy to have you here at Irish for a Day.
Special shout out to members of SHC's own dance team, under the direction of Miss Wexler, who performed as part of a citywide multicultural event at the Cathedral on Sunday. They were featured as part of the finale, celebrating the diversity of the city.
Attention seniors, order your graduation announcements and accessories at school on October 4th and 5th during lunch in the dining hall.
Attention juniors, the final payment is due for your SHC class ring. Mr. Reed from Jostens will be on campus on October 4th and 5th during lunch in the dining hall to accept payments.
On Thursday, September 29th, SHC will host 15 Jesuit colleges and universities for a college fair. Representatives will be on hand to meet you and answer your questions. The event will take place after school in the plaza.
Attention freshmen, you should have received an email last week with your assigned retreat day. Please review this email, and if you have any questions, please reach out to Ms. Del Campo or Mr. Cordero. And now your intramural schedules. Lower division, lunch will be limited to the teams playing. Only players currently on those teams' rosters will be allowed entrance to the pavilion and gym. In the lower division, we have Fairy Queens versus Delta Volleyball, Upper Deckies versus the Best, Trentu Irish versus Fresh Morse, and Cilantro versus Savon and the Cream Puffs.
And in the upper division, Raccoons versus Heavy Hitters, Ballers versus Trishy's Fishies, Funny Ducks versus Rambo, and Big Hitters versus Holy Founders.
And now for your Fightin' Irish Sports Report. Cross country competed in the first WCL League meet of the year and had a great showing, with varsity boys finishing, with Cam Gregg, Miles Cook, and Luke Moore all placing within the top 10.
Girls golf battled cool temperatures, challenging conditions, and a hot St. Francis squad and ended up on the short end yesterday at the Olympic Club. Juliana Ravetti led the Irish golfers, shooting a 4-over.
Last week, girls volleyball dropped their first match of the week to St. Francis, but showed their resilience in a thrilling 5-set victory over Valley Christian on Thursday night.
Football opened up WCAL play last week against Archbishop Mitty, and despite a late fourth quarter flurry, fell short 32-21. Highlights of the game came from an R.L. Miller pick 6 and a 97-yard kick return for a touchdown by Jerry Mixon. Here's a look at what's on tap for this week.
And now a message from LVY.
LVY is a student-led organization of members throughout SHC dedicated to serving their community through well-established, meaningful partnerships. The programs we have available are DMA, the Food Bank, Environmental, the Healing Well, and finally Sequoia Living or the Older Adults Program. In order to get club credit, you can go to 2 LVY events and 1 outside event, or you can do 3 LVY events. And yes, you can get your CSF credit through LVY. If you're interested in joining, email Ms. Weil or talk to any of the student leaders. Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. Next, we have a special message about Suicide Awareness Month from the Emerald.
Kylie Hansen, a reporter for the Emerald. This week is the last week of Suicide Awareness Month. Suicide has been a leading cause of death for many years now, and is often overlooked. Suicide comes with many myths and stigma, and many people are uneducated about the topic. This week, the Emerald asked your SHC community why mental health is important.
Mental health is important to me because it's the foundation of our well-being. It's interconnected to our overall health.
I think mental health is important because it's not talked as much as it should be at school, and a lot of kids make jokes about it, which isn't really healthy for everybody.
Mental health is important because in every 11 minutes, a person dies of suicide.
It's also very important because there's a huge stigma around it, and since nobody really talks about it, we don't know how many people are suffering from mental health issues, which is why it's important to check up on your friends.
Mental health is important to me because losing someone to suicide was an eye-opener to how lightly we talked about it. Contrary to the common belief, a healthy conversation around suicide can lead to someone expressing their emotions and realizing that they are not alone. To continue this conversation, SHC will be holding an advisory on mental health on October 13th. For the Emerald and SHC Live, this is Kylie Hansen.
Thank you, Kylie. The helpline numbers that appeared at the end of this segment are available on Schoology, and counselors are available to students at any time. That's all for this episode. I'm Mia Franceschi.
And I'm Roshan Gaffney, and we'll see you next week. Live Jesus in our hearts
Forever.